Today our topic is DWDM, SDH, OTN, Azon. First is differences between OTN and SDH. OTN and SDH are both network standards for optical transmissions. Here are some differences between them. Frame structure. OTN has fixed frame sizes and different frame rates. SDH has fixed frame rates and different frame sizes. Frame repetition rate. Sonnet or SDH has a fixed frame repetition rate of 8,000 frames per second. OTN does not have a fixed frame repetition rate. Mapping lower speed signals. Sonnet or SDH requires that all lower speed transmitted signals be synchronous with each other and with the high speed server signal. OTN does not need this. Forward error correction. OTN has forward error correction. FEC has a FEC is a major feature. SDH has a defined FEC that uses under defined SDH SOH bytes to transport the FEC check information. An automatic switched optical network Azon is a DWDM based network that provides fixed and that provides flexible transport services. Azons are optical transport networks that uses a control plane to perform call and connection control functions. Azons aim to automate resource and connection management within the network. Features of Azons. Dynamic connection capability. Azons use a control plane to perform call and connection control functions. Flexible services. Azons perform soft, permanent, and switched optical connections. Scalable. Azons can provide services directly on the optical layer. Linear or ring network structure. Azons usually provide a linear or ring structures. W-Azon in DWDM. W-Azon refers to the Azon technology oriented to WDM or OTN optical networks. W-Azon in DWDM. W-Azon refers to the Azon technology oriented to WDM or OTN optical networks. OTN and SDH are both network standards for optical transmissions. Here are some differences. Frame structure. OTN has fixed frame sizes and different frame rates. SDH has fixed frame rates and different frame sizes. Means OTN has fixed frame sizes. SDH has different frame sizes. OTN has different frame rates, but SDH has fixed frame rates. Frame repetition rates. SDH has fixed frame repetition rate of 8,000 frames per second. OTN does not have any fixed frame repetition rate. Mapping lower speed signals. SDH requires that all lower speed transmitted signals be synchronous with each other and with the high speed server signal. OTN does not need this. OTN does not need synchronization. Forward error connection FEC. OTN has FEC as a major feature. SDH has a defined FEC that uses undefined SDH bytes to transport the FEC check information. Azon. Azon is a DWDM based network that provides flexible transport services. Azons are optical transport networks that uses a control plane to perform call and connection control functions. Azons aim to automate resource and connection management within the network. Features of Azons. Dynamic connection capability. Azon uses a control plane to perform call and connection control functions. Azon uses a control plane to perform call and connection control functions. Flexible services. Azons provide permanent, soft, permanent, and switched optical connections. Azons provide permanent, soft, permanent, and switched optical connections. Scalable. Azons can provide services directly on the optical layer. Azons can provide services directly on the optical layer. Linear or ring network structure. Azons usually provide a linear or ring network structure. Azons usually provide a linear or ring network structure. W-Azon in DWDM. W-Azon refers to the Azon technology oriented to WDM or OTN optical networks. CWDM and DWDM are two types of wavelength division multiplexing. They are both used in fiber optic networks to send multiple signals on different wavelengths of light across a single strand of fiber cable. Differences. Spacing. CWDM has a wider spacing than WDM. CWDM has a channel spacing of 20 nanometer, while DWDM has a narrower spacing of 0.8 or 0.4 nanometer channels. CWDM systems generally use 8, 16 or 32 channels, while DWDM systems can support up to 96 channels, approximately 100. Cost CWDM is less costly than CWDM. CWDM is also easier to deploy and manage than DWDM. Capacity CWDM has a lower capacity than DWDM. Distance CWDM has a shorter distance than DWDM. Other differences: CWDM uses fewer optical hardware components than DWDM. CWDM uses cooling laser that upholds temperature tuning. DWDM offers a cost-effective pay-as-you-grow model. Here are some differences between DWDM and OTN. System type: DWDM is a point-to-point system. OTN has an electrical layer subframe. Features: OTN has functions like optical cross-ability and wavelength conversion. It also has features like monitor, supervision, survivability, and troubleshooting configuration. Networking mode: DWDM networking mode is mainly point-to-point chain star nearing networking. Frame structure: WDM does not have a corresponding frame structure. OTN has a complete frame mechanism. Here are some other differences between DWDM and OTN. OTN can supervise the working performance and faults of the network communication electrical regeneration part. OTN is more superior in the process of performance failure detection. OTN has an electrical layers of frame. Some DWDM devices on the existing network are added with electronic cross connects of frames and upgraded to OTN. Here, CWDM and DWDM are two types of wavelength division multiplexing. They are both used in fiber optic networks to send multiple signals on different wavelengths of light across a single strand of fiber. Differences: spacing: CWDM has wider spacing than DWDM. CWDM has channel spacing of 20 nanometer, while DWDM has narrower spacing of 0.8 or 0.4 nanometer. CWDM systems generally use 8, 16 or 32 channels, while DWDM systems can support up to 96 channels, approximately 100. Cost: CWDM is less costly than DWDM. CWDM is also easier to deploy and manage than DWDM. Capacity: CWDM has a lower capacity than DWDM. Distance: CWDM has shorter distance than DWDM. Other differences: CWDM uses fewer optical hardware components than DWDM. CWDM uses cooling laser that upholds temperature tuning. DWDM offers a cost-effective pay-as-you-grow model. Here are some differences between DWDM and OTN. System type: DWDM is a point-to-point system. OTN has an electrical layers of frame. Features: OTN has functions like optical cross-ability and wavelength conversion. It also has features like monitor, supervision, survivability, and troubleshooting configuration. Networking mode: DWDM networking mode is mainly point-to-point chain star and ring networking. Frame structure: DWDM does not have a corresponding frame structure. OTN has a complete frame mechanism. Here are some other differences also. OTN can supervise the working performance and faults of the network communication, electrical regeneration part. OTN is more superior in the performance of performance failure detection. OTN has an electrical layers of frame. Some DWDM devices on the existing networks are added with electronic crossnecks of frame and upgraded to OTN. Here are some news. Bharti Airtel Q2 profit down 37% on year. ARPU at rupees 203. Bharti Airtel Q2 profit down 37.5% on year. As a result, Airtel has made a tax provision of rupees 226.3 crore and included the interest charge on the matter amounting to rupees 350 crore as part of the exceptional items, it added. C. expects to deploy indigenous 5G system in BSNL network in 6 to 8 months. C. expects to deploy indigenous 5G system in BSNL network in 6 to 8 months. I have ordered a probe on Apple's spyware notices, say ministers. The government of Bharat takes its role of protecting the privacy and security of all citizens very seriously and will investigate to get to the bottom of the notifications. Vaishnav posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. Have ordered a probe on Apple spyware notices, say ministers. The government of Bharat takes its role of protecting the privacy and security of all citizens very seriously, and we investigate to get to the bottom of these notifications. There's no posted on X, formally knowledge. Okay, thank you. Thank you.